a game off the bench last year to now averaging 14 a night, shooting 57% from the field and 37% from three. And Christian Braun is emblematic of this entire team. And what I mean by that is when you look at his field goal percentage, that is a result of two things. Having one of the greatest playmakers of all time on his team, and also the Nuggets playing at a much faster pace this year than they did last year, with the addition of Russell Westbrook. Obviously, Brown has done a great job cutting at the right time, getting out in transition, and using his combination of physical tools to finish around the rim, but every player on this roster is a threat from every spot on the floor when Nikola Jokic gets the ball. And the Nuggets have used this to dominate the paint on a nightly basis. Watch here where Jokic starts backing down Poeltl about 18 feet from the basket, and Brown spots Dick falling asleep, so he cuts back door for the finish. This is where Brown is making a living, feeding off Nikola Jokic's ability to find him on cuts to the basket or even hanging around the dunker's spot, and then getting out in transition, using his speed and smarts alongside Russell Westbrook to help turn this Nuggets team into one of the best fast break teams in the league. And we need to talk about Russell Westbrook. I mean, where do we even begin? 5 games into the season, you had people calling him the worst player in the NBA. Washed, awful, every way you could slander a player, Russell Westbrook was receiving that slander. And not for the first time in the last few years. Well, we're now over halfway into the season, and Russ isn't just producing. This is the best contract in the NBA outside of rookie deals like Wemby's, and his fit on this Nuggets team couldn't have been more perfect. I mean, I imagined greatness with 2 of the all-time greats teaming up together, even with Russ at 36, but I didn't imagine the chemistry would be so phenomenal already. And it has reached a point where Russ is so impactful with his combination of playmaking, slashing, and defense that it's hard to see a world in which he isn't a permanent starter for Denver going forward. I mean, the Nuggets are now 17-5 with Russ as a starter this season, and I've already talked in depth about Russ, but just know, the impact he's giving this team relative to his contract is what makes the Nuggets a legitimate title contender. I'm being serious. As great as Jokic, Gordon, MPJ, and Murray sometimes is, it's the value you are getting from Russ that elevates this team. And from an on-court perspective, the reason he is so perfect as a starter is because alongside Jokic, all of his greatest strengths as a playmaker and as a cutter are amplified, and he doesn't need to take any shots that he's not comfortable. Look at the recent game against Philly, where he had a near triple-double in 3 quarters